Our family moved here in 1971 from the East Coast. Mike and I were quite young at the time. Our father was an engineer and he wanted to grow wine grapes. There wasn't really much of an industry here. There was historically back in the 1850s. Peter Britt started the first winery in the Pacific Northwest here in Jacksonville. So there was some history of wine grape production, but nothing really since Prohibition.
When our father when we planted the vineyard in 1972, he decided to take Peter Britt's name to kind of carry on the legacy of wine growing from the 1800s to today, and so we decided on Valley View Vineyards.
For the most part, we can grow a lot of different varieties here, and we wanted to concentrate on certain varieties. And then we've been grafting a lot of those plants over in the last 10 years to newer varieties and replanting with tighter spacing so we can get really higher quality grapes and still maintain a good use of the land.
Our first wine was Cabernet Sauvignon in 1976 and 1977. We produced Cabernet Sauvignon, and we actually produced it at another winery up in the Willamette Valley. Our winery wasn't finished. So our inaugural crush here was in 1978. And so we've made Cabernet Sauvignon every year. That was kind of the backbone of the varieties that we produced back in the 70s, and along with Chardonnay and Merlot. And we've added to that dramatically in the past 20 years. We've added Syrah, which is a red variety that's gaining a lot of popularity across the country. And just most recently, Tempranillo, which is a Spanish variety that we found grows very well in the Applegate here. We now produce Viognier, which is a white wine that is a very popular variety. In fact, it's our most popular variety that we sell out of our tasting room.
The decision to build the tasting room was really along with that change that we were missing out on the experience that people had when they visited us. So we wanted to have an experience that would just equal more closely the experience and the quality of our wines. It allows us to have small parties and different events here and really provide a much better environment to taste the wines. Also, a new direction that I think is going to be successful is we're focusing a lot more on dessert wines, and we've had good success in limited quantities in the past few years, and we're going to be expanding that quite a bit in the next few years. Besides our port, we will be having several different late harvest wines, starting with Viognier, which is out now.
Well, I think the future for Valley View is to continue to look at varieties that would thrive in our climate. Right now we have a brand new variety that we're going to start next year called Roussanne, which is a white variety, and just continue to improve on our vineyard. We've always been innovative in certain winemaking techniques. I think one of the great things about our winery is we've had the same winemaker for 22 years. And the consistency there is really shows in the wines today. It's a lifestyle choice, really is. It's a lot of work, and I'd be thrilled to pass it on to my kids.